Alright, announcement video. Haven't done one of these in a while, but got a big announcement here and want to go through it. So first off, I have this this dock in the background because I wanted something in the background and I did not want to get any type of gameplay, and I didn't want to show the main dock that we're actually using for the announcement in this video. So because I didn't want to spoil anything. That would that would literally just be straight up spoilers to an extent. So I've got this dock here, which is that Opix came up with. Every track HRL raced in Halo 5, which was this is something that we used a bit to help with the thing that we're working on that I'm announcing in this video. So I guess we should start with that, right? So I want to do a track. We'll start as a track tier list. I think it might just be a countdown. To be completely honest, I was inspired by the Halo top 25 Halo player countdown that they did in September. That got a lot of buzz, got a lot of people talking, and I was inspired by that. So we might end up just doing that. We might just end up doing a straight list. I'm not sure. I feel like a straight list would be easier. Like, you know, if I'm just doing my own list, doing a tier list would be fine. But I think doing a straight list, if it's like a pool of people voting for it, would be better. You know, straight from like 1 to 25 or however many we decide to do. And that to be 25, could be 20, could be 30, whatever. I'll just say 25 for now. And if we change our mind later, then I'll say that we changed our mind. Obviously, you'll see the videos come out. So that's what I'm thinking now. So yeah, it's gonna be, well, we haven't really 100% decided on this, but it's probably going to be just tracks that have been raced, because voting for tracks that are supposed to be like best of all time that haven't been raced, just, you know, even if it's a really good track design, it just seems kind of weird. So even though there are tracks that haven't been raced that I would really love to put on the list, those will probably be excluded, unless they end up being raced. But yeah, for now, I would say that if it hasn't been raced at all, probably shouldn't include it, right? I think that's fair. And it makes sense with this dock too, showing this dock, because again, this is all the race tracks, so you don't have to worry about that on here. If you see a track on here, you know it's been raced, and you know that it's a track that you could suggest. So anyways, yeah. So just tracks that have been raced, and that's really like the only stipulation, right? It's gonna be top tracks of Halo 5 that have been raced in the HRL, and that's pretty much it. As long as it's been raced during Halo 5, it can be included. It doesn't have to be like a certain from a certain series or whatever. As long as it's been raced in Halo 5 for us, it can be included. Even if it was in, like, here, I believe we have, like, I think this run right here, actually. Yeah. This is an elimination tournament. So even if it's an elimination tournament as well, that's also totally fine. Elimination tournament races, I think, also count. So that can, you know, that can throw a track like Playaza in that didn't get raced outside of an elimination tournament. Like Lake Michigan, which I believe also didn't get raced outside of an elimination tournament. And probably some other ones here as well that I'm not recognizing. Fangoria RX, I want to say this one only in Elim, Yeti AX as well. So yeah, definitely some tracks there that are going to be included that otherwise wouldn't be included if we didn't count elimination tournaments. So yeah, basically I'll link this doc in the description. You can look through it if you want. Any track in this doc is eligible. I would say any track that isn't is ineligible, as far as I know. Again, like I said, there are tracks, even tracks that I made that haven't been raced that I'd really, because I genuinely think that even though they haven't been raced on, they were made like towards the later half of Halo 5, and that's kind of why they didn't end up getting raced on. And it sucks because they're really good designs and was really excited about it. And I'm sure everybody that made tracks probably has stuff that hasn't been raced that they think that has a lot of potential. And that's just kind of unfortunate. But we have another idea for that I don't really want to spoil for now. I just want this to be focused on the just the track voting. so yeah, look forward to, you know, hopefully something else in the future to do with the tracks that that haven't been raced on. But for now, for this, just gonna be these. So one question, one thing that we could possibly do is we could possibly do different lists, right? We could do like a top, you know, like 25 overall where just like everything's included, but then we could also do like top 5 SX, top 5 RX, top 5 GP, whatever. And I definitely think that could be interesting. For now, I want to say that I'm just going to be focusing on doing the overall list, and then if the overall list goes well, if everybody has a good time with it, you know, if it makes for solid content, then maybe go a little bit deeper with it from there. Be like, all right, we did this overall list. Well, let's get a little more specific. Let's do top whatever, you know, ovals, and it'd have to be so many though. Like I don't think top 5 would work because 5 is like a realistic number where like there could be 5 of each type of track in the overall list. That probably won't happen where it's even like that, but you know what I mean? Like it could happen. So it'd probably have to be like top 10 so that there's a reason for the specific lists to get made, right? Like the reason would be that in those you would see some tracks that were good in those series that just maybe weren't good enough to get included in the overall list when weighed against everything. So yeah, I could definitely see doing like top 10s for the individual series. I could definitely see doing that in the future as well, because like I said, there's gonna be like some honorable mention tracks that probably deserve some recognition that are just gonna, you know, be short of the cut for the main list. So so the way we're gonna do the voting for the main list is I have a set of, right now, I want to say 8 track judges, and I'll try to list them in the description. And those track judges will basically do it the same way they did it with the Halo thing, which is like, you know, have a certain, we'll come up with a certain like master list of tracks, and then from there, you know, have everybody make their own individual ratings of those tracks. And how they doing it? So like 25 points to your number 1 track, 24 to your number 2, and so forth, so on and so forth. Add them all up between all the judges, and then get the overall list from there. Should end up being pretty interesting, right? Because there's going to be, I'm sure, a lot of differing opinions between the judges. But, you know, hopefully it equals out a little bit, and hopefully with having a bunch of different people in it, it like, you know, represents different types of drivers and stuff like that, and makes it a little bit even, instead of like, you know, if you had like 2 GP focused people just vote on it or whatever, it'd get kind of boring, right? It maybe be a little too biased, but hopefully with like a big, like a wide range of judges, hopefully it represents everybody a little bit and makes it like a more fair list overall, I guess. So yeah, I think it should work out pretty well. I think it should be pretty interesting, and should definitely make for a fun video and a fun little project to work on. So the way I'm gonna do it is we'll just be like working on it in the background, and whenever I think I'll probably I kind of want to count down all of them. I kind of want to count down all of them, honestly. So I don't know if I'll do an individual video for all of them. For the top 10 for sure. I think for 25 to 11 I'll probably group it, like 25 to 21 is a video, 20 to 16 is a video, you know what I mean? Like group them together, maybe do a 10-minute video, like 2 minutes on each track for those, and then the tracks that make the top 10 that are supposed to be like the best of the best, give those a little more focus, like show some highlights on those, stuff like that. Yeah, something like that I think could work pretty well. So that's probably the direction we'll go with that. And yeah, I'm running out of things to talk about. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, little pre-infinite. Well, okay, that's another thing too. I don't know exactly when this will come out, and we're not really working on like a schedule with like hard deadlines. The only real like hard deadline I have in my head is I want the entire thing to be out before Infinite, or, you know, late as possible. I would like for the last video to come out on like release day of Infinite, or like day before release Infinite. So that's like the soft deadline that we have, you know. I'm not really like, it's not like, okay, I want this done by the 8th, this done by the 15th or whatever. We're not really doing anything like that. We're kind of just like coming up with stuff and working at our own pace, and but hopefully overall can get everything out and finished before Infinite. That's kind of the idea. So we'll see how well we can stick to that, but that's kind of what I'm going for. All right, so off the top of my head, I don't really have anything else. That's really all I have to say. If you have any comments or any hype or suggestions for or whatever, you know, whatever it is, definitely leave them in the YouTube, in the bottom of the YouTube video, or in my Discord as well, wherever works. And they're probably like the general. But yeah, any other questions that might raise for some concern, definitely bring them up, because I can only think of so much. And but yeah, the main purpose of this video is just to announce it and just get the idea out there, and hopefully get some excitement for it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, feel informed, and hope you're as excited for... Oh man, I just realized this is so sad. I've been looking at this is so sad. Like Season 1, Season 3, and then there's just 3 Season 2. That is so sad. Fuck it, I should have scrolled away from this. But anyways, I just noticed that. God, that's so sad. Hope you're informed. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts, any suggestions or whatever. And yeah, hopefully it ends up working out pretty well and makes for some fun content. See you next time.